What if I told you banks actually don't want you to pay off your credit card too quickly? Sounds ridiculous, right? After all, if you owe the bank money, shouldn't they want it back as soon as possible? But here's the surprising truth. Every swipe of your credit card, every minimum payment, every missed due date, could be making the bank richer than you realize. In fact, the global credit card industry earns hundreds of billions of dollars every year, and most people have no idea where that money actually comes from. By the end of this video, you'll understand why banks love credit cards, how they really make money, and how to avoid becoming their most profitable customer. Because the best credit card customer isn't the one who pays on time, it's the one who never completely pays it off. Let's start with how big this actually is. In 2024, credit card companies collected $130 billion in interest alone. In the United States, just from interest, not fees, not penalties, just interest, add in the fees, that number crosses $200 billion in a single year. And the average American household carrying credit card debt, they owe around $6,500. At an average interest rate of 22% per year, that means the average family is paying over $1,400 a year just in interest on money they already spent. The bank doesn't need to sell you anything new, they just need you to carry a balance. And most people do. Here's something most people don't realize. When you use a credit card, the bank makes money in 3 completely separate ways. From the same single transaction, most people only know about one of them. Let's go through all 3. Revenue Stream 1, interest charges. Every month you carry a balance, the bank charges you interest at 22% or more, compounded daily in most cases. This is the most obvious one, but it's not even close to the most clever. Revenue Stream 2, merchant fees. Every time you swipe your card at a store, the bank charges that store a fee, usually between 1.5 and 3.5% of the transaction. So when you buy a $100 pair of shoes, the store only receives around $97. The bank keeps the rest. You didn't pay that fee. The merchant did. But here's the thing, the merchant already priced it in. So in a way, you're paying it anyway, even when you pay the full balance, even when you think you're using the card for free. Revenue Stream 3. Late fees and penalty rates. Miss a payment? The bank charges you a late fee, often $30 to $40, and in many cases, your interest rate jumps immediately, from 22% to 29% or even 30%. Called a penalty APR. One missed payment, 3 different ways the bank profits. Here's the number they don't put on the front of your statement. If you have $5,000 in credit card debt at 22% interest, and you only make minimum payments, it takes over 30 years to pay it off. And you end up paying more than $14,000 in total on a $5,000 balance, nearly 3 times what you originally owed. That's not an accident, that's a business model. So why do banks offer minimum payments in the first place? Because it's the most profitable thing they can do. Think about it. If you paid your full balance every month, the bank earns almost nothing from you. But if you make just the minimum, you stay in debt for years, sometimes decades, paying interest every single month. The minimum payment is designed to feel manageable. $85 a month doesn't sound scary, but it's keeping you trapped, and the bank knows the math better than you do. They invented the minimum payment concept in the 1980s, not to help customers, to keep balances and interest income as high as possible for as long as possible. Now here's the part that might actually surprise you. What about cashback? What about points? What about all those rewards programs they advertise everywhere? Surely they're giving something back? Here's the reality. Rewards programs cost banks money to run, so who actually pays for them? 2 groups. Merchants through higher fees on rewards cards, and cardholders who carry a balance. Their interest payments fund your cashback. The rewards program was never designed to save you money. It was designed to make you spend more. Because studies show people spend 12 to 18% more when paying by card than when paying with cash. The reward is real, but the behavior it creates is worth far more to the bank. So what do you actually do with this? 3 things. 1. Always pay the full balance. Not the minimum, not most of it. The full balance, every single month. If you do this consistently, the bank earns almost nothing from you. You pay 0 interest. You avoid all penalty fees. And if you have a rewards card, you actually come out ahead. 2. Know your real cost. If you can't pay the full balance this month, calculate the real interest before deciding. A $500 purchase at 22% isn't really $500. If it takes you a year to pay off, it's closer to $610. Always know the actual price of what you're buying. 3. Never miss a single payment. Not even once. One missed payment can trigger a penalty APR that can be locked in for 6 months or longer. Set up auto-pay for at least the minimum, so you never miss by accident. Then manually pay the full amount on top. Here's the truth about credit cards. They are not inherently bad. In the hands of someone who understands the model, a credit card is actually a powerful tool. free short-term credit, consumer protections, rewards and cashback, purchase insurance, but in the hands of someone who doesn't understand how the system works. A credit card is a debt machine, designed by people who understand it completely and built to run. Banks are not evil, they are simply excellent at building systems that profit from behavior, and the default behavior for most people is exactly what makes them the most money. The moment you understand the model, you stop being the product and you start using the product. That's the entire difference. The bank already knows why your balance never seems to go down,